People in the town of Briarwood still talk about Justin Hawley. Some say his ghost walks the old horse trail behind the Allen property. Others say the truth about what happened to him is buried deeper than the red Georgia clay. But everyone agrees on one thing. Justin was never the same after he met Mrs. Veronica Allen. Justin arrived in Briarwood at 21, with little more than a duffel bag and a willingness to work. He had grown up bouncing between relatives, never staying anywhere long enough to learn much about life beyond fixing fences and cleaning stalls. The Allen farm hired him as a barn helper. The place belonged to Thomas Allen, a wealthy cattleman who spent most of his time traveling for business. His wife, Veronica Allen, ran the property when he was gone, which was most of the time. Veronica was the kind of woman people noticed when she entered a room. Elegant, confident, quietly lonely. Justin noticed it too. At first, their conversations were simple. She showed him how to brush the horses properly, how to saddle without spooking them, how to keep the barn organized. Justin listened carefully. He admired her patience. One evening, after a long day of storms and broken fencing, Veronica invited him into the farmhouse kitchen for coffee. That's when the town says everything changed. Justin had never dated seriously, never had much experience with women at all. Veronica could see that immediately, and instead of laughing or pushing him away, she took him under her wing. She taught him things. Not just about horses. About confidence. About reading a woman's body language, about patience, attention, and the quiet power of making someone feel wanted. The relationship became their secret. Late nights in the empty barn, whispered conversations under the glow of a single hanging bulb, long talks about life, loneliness, and the things their partners never gave them. To Justin, Veronica wasn't just a lover, she was a mentor. Over time, the shy farmhand transformed. He stood taller, spoke with confidence, carried himself like a man who understood people in ways he never had before. After a year and a half, Justin left the Allen farm, not because things had ended badly, but because Veronica herself encouraged him to go. "You've learned everything you can here," she told him one evening beneath the old oak tree. "The world is bigger than this farm." Justin found work one town over, at the Funderburk estate. The Funderburks were old money horse breeders with sprawling land and a reputation for keeping to themselves. But just like the Allens, the marriage inside the big house wasn't as perfect as it looked. Mr. Harold Funderburk was known for business trips that lasted weeks, sometimes months. His wife, Margaret Funderburk, spent most of her time alone in a house that echoed when she walked through it. Justin noticed the loneliness immediately. Margaret noticed him too. At first, it was innocent. Small talk while he cleaned the stables, occasional tea in the sunroom. But Margaret was observant. She noticed Justin's confidence, his calm charm, the strange maturity in someone so young, and eventually, curiosity won. "Someone taught you how to treat a woman," she once told him. Justin didn't deny it. What began as curiosity soon turned into something deeper. Margaret began pursuing him, openly finding excuses to call him to the house, asking him to stay late, lingering in conversation long after the chores were done. Justin was caught between two worlds, two lonely women, both powerful in their own way, both needing something their husbands no longer gave them, and both believing Justin belonged to them. The trouble began when Veronica Allen heard the rumors. Small towns talk. A delivery driver mentioned seeing Justin's truck parked outside the Funderburk house late at night. A stable hand mentioned Mrs. Funderburk, smiling more than usual. Veronica understood immediately. She had created the man Justin had become, and now someone else was enjoying the result. People say she drove to the Funderburk property one evening just before sunset. No one knows exactly what was said during that meeting between the two women, but neighbors later reported hearing raised voices drifting across the pasture. After that day, Justin seemed uneasy. Friends noticed he looked over his shoulder more often, like someone caught in a storm he couldn't escape. Then one night, Justin disappeared. 3 days later, a rancher found his truck abandoned near Miller's Creek. The door was open. His phone lay in the mud nearby. Justin Hawley was discovered a few yards away in the tall grass, dead. The sheriff ruled it suspicious. No weapon was found, no clear signs of struggle. But two names surfaced immediately: Mrs. Veronica Allen and Mrs. Funderburk. Both women had motive. Both had reason to feel betrayed. Both claimed they hadn't seen Justin in days. Investigators questioned them for weeks. Veronica remained calm, composed, almost too controlled. Margaret, on the other hand, seemed shaken but defensive. Neither confessed. Neither was charged, and the case slowly went cold. Years later, the town still debates what really happened. Some believe Veronica did it. They say she couldn't stand the idea that the man she had shaped and taught had been taken by another woman. Others believe Margaret Funderburk was responsible. They say she feared losing Justin back to Veronica and acted out of desperation. And a few locals whisper something even stranger. They say Justin tried to end things with both women. That night by the creek, he planned to leave Briarwood for good, start over somewhere new. But someone followed him, someone who couldn't accept losing him. To this day, no one knows which woman was responsible. But when the wind moves through the old horse trail behind the Allen farm, some people swear they hear footsteps in the grass, and a truck engine idling somewhere in the dark, as if Justin Hawley is still waiting there. Wondering which of the two women he trusted, decided he should never leave.